operations ay pagkakandak ng operation against the suspect. Ang pagkandak ka ng operation, chances are na pwede mo siyang
your madam. Hi! Ano ba yan? Naanuhan pa ang aking lalamunan. Nakakaloka. Nakakaloka. As of this moment, tuloy-tuloy pa rin po ang ating hearing sa Senate Blue Ribbon Committee dito sa kaso ng EJK sa ating mga kababayan during PRRD's time. At ngayon, we will join the fun and watch the hearing live. And as we watch this live, we will react along the way. Yung mga juicy statements kanina, sobrang na-carried away ako sa panonood. Good day, Bot-Botante, Mami Terry. Good morning. Ayan, napasok na kayo. Pasok, because we will be watching this together and we will react along the way kung ano man po ang mga maririnig natin. Pero sabi ko nga kanina, yung mga juicy statements ng ating mga senador, ang juicy statements ng ating dating Pangulo ay talagang in-enjoy na natin at hindi na ako nakapag-react pa or nakapag-live pa while watching. I was trying to go live kanina but my signal was really crazy. Hindi talaga siya umaayon sa atin. But now, please join me as we watch this together kasi napakaingay ni Bato Dela Rosa. On my other ear, I can hear him talk and talk. Talagang sobrang defensive niya po sa kaso ng extrajudicial killings. Because at the time it started, on the first day of the Duterte administration, 39 were killed. Ganun kadami. Watching from Japan, Edgardo de los Santos. Mami Perry, how are you? Miss Perry, hello, good PM. Mariah the Noble Thief. Aray. Diba? There's nobility in thievery. Charot. So if you want to join me as we watch this together, because it's still ongoing, please do so. Panoodin natin together and we react along the way sa mga nangyayari. Nakakaloka to because this is like joke time lang ng Senado ang hearing na to because even those who are involved, even those who are accused of participating in the extrajudicial killing are also sitting as committee members. They're also sitting as investigators of the Senate to find out the truth about these extrajudicial killings. And hopefully, because they are there and Bato can control also his emotions, kagaya po ng ating Vice Presidente, na walang control sa emosyon nila, I hope that the truth will come out of his mouth anytime soon at ilagdag niya ang sarili niya dito sa extrajudicial killings na to. Napakaingay ni Bato. Yan lang talaga ang ma-comment natin. Dahil maingay naman talaga siya ngayon. Okay? Let's go. Let's watch it together. Ito na.
Napolcom Circular 2016-002. There's Republic Act 3019, Section 3. And there's Republic Act 6713, Section 7. All of this prohibits on the part of the government employee to divulge plans like this. For your information, that plan that was presented is classified as confidential. There are limits to the access of that. Why? Because while it may not endanger national security, peace and order, and public safety, it might be prejudicial to the interest, prestige of national government activities. It may cause administrative embarrassment. It may cause unwarranted injury, and it may be advantageous to other nations. I am telling this because first and foremost, those documents are not supposed to be accessed by the public. But this responsibility lies on the government employee themselves. Pero ito, wala na tayong magawa, Mr. Chair, dahil lumabas na siya. Now let's go back to how policemen would interpret this. before we became members of the Philippine National Police, we were members of the Philippine Constabulary. And the word neutralization can often be found in operational plans of the military. It's always there. So probably, as we transition to the now Philippine National Police, we carry the same interpretation. Now, if you look at the entire CMC, the Command Memorandum Circular, in the coordinative portion, it emphasizes respect for human rights as embodied in the 1987 Constitution, respect for police operational protocols. It's all there. So if you take it in its entire context, you don't necessarily mean neutralization is killing. Because it may cause, no? There's a question of bakit nag-iba ang shift ng strategy ng PNP to double barrel? Bakit merong tukhang, merong HVT na sinasabing nagde-determine ng drug list? When you are a member of the military, even in our campaign against the insurgents, we always start with the order of battle. The order of battle is the list of suspected communists, be it armed guerrilla or even legal fronts. Because this is where you start your work. Because if you start from nowhere, where are you going to go?
Ito, ang nangyayari dito ngayon, they're defending the... Nakakaloka kasi, ang kanilang pinag-aawayan ngayon is the term, yung term ng neutralization. Because it's also part of the operational plan of the police, okay, of the Philippine National Police, that they use, this operational plan was used to carry out the war on drugs. So ang pinag-uusapan nila ngayon, yung term na neutralization daw, doesn't necessarily mean killing. Tapos, dinefine pa rin ito, according to the dictionary, yung meaning ng neutralization. Talagang sinurture pa, nag-effort pa siya. Because this is also the word that is being used by one of the research speakers, Attorney 𝐿𝐥𝐞, who happens to be a lawyer of many extrajudicial killings victims during the time of PRRD. Diba? So ito ngayon yung pinag-uusapan at ine-explain na. Diba? Ang daming paikot-ikot na usapan. When we can just simply go straight to the issue. Kaya alam mo, ang dami din talagang tao na nag-enjoy sa Quadcom. Di ba, mas masaya mag-hearing yung Quadcom kasi dito, bigla na lang papasok si Senator Bato at bigla na lang siyang i-insert ng kanyang pananaw, yung kanyang opinion about the statements of the witnesses na dinidiin siya dito sa extrajudicial killings that happened during the time of PRRD. O, di ba? Kanina ang dami na po dinagdag na kwento about kay Kian de los Santos na may tomboy daw na madiskarte, sobrang madiskarte, na iniiwan daw sa tindahan nila Kian de los Santos yung droga at doon daw pinipick up ng mga bumibili. And involved daw talaga si Kian de los Santos. And then another one is the 3-year-old boy who was caught in the crossfire between the police officers and the dad na namatay dahil tinamaan daw ng bala. So shit happens. Because that's normal daw. That's normal operation. Ayon daw sa kanya, sa PNP. Shit really happens. Diba? This is what happens when you take the law in your hands. When you feel like you're above the law. Again, the war on drugs was a very effective program. As a matter of fact, nagpatuloy po yan ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. Up to this day po, existing po yung war on drugs. Existing po yan as it should be because marami pa rin po tayong problema sa droga. The only difference now is that the war on drugs being implemented by our President Bongbong Marcos Jr. is bloodless and is more civil compared to the war on drugs implemented by the PRRD administration, where they gave so much power to the police officers and even rewarded them para po makapatay. Every time makakapatay sila of those ng mga taong allegedly involved in illegal drug trade. Diba? Puro si Bato kasi nagsasalita. Ito yung nakakainis. That's why this is really not a good platform, or this is not really the proper forum to investigate the war on drugs, because Senator Bongo and Senator Bato de la Rosa, who are both implicated in the case of extrajudicial killings, is sitting in this committee. Why? Parang feeling ko joke time to. This is a joke. They're playing with us. Diba? We are not even discussing the war on drugs. We are discussing the extrajudicial killings that came with it. Diba? We don't want the notion of war on drugs to be misconstrued. The war on drugs is a very good program. Dahil sa kagandahan ng programa, it's even being continued by our good president, President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. And sinabi niya naman yan na ipagpapatuloy niya yung war on drugs. Only that, ngayon, magiging bloodless na to. Diba? Magiging ano na to, more civil, and it will not be above the law. We will not give the police that much power anymore to decide who they want to kill or kung sino man gusto nilang itumba the moment they want it for the sake of the reward. Tapos yung isang witness ko dito kanina na dinala nila na namatay yung asawa, also part of the extrajudicial killings, isa sa mga witnesses, na umamin, nakakaloka, umamin siya. Umamin siya na nagbebenta talaga sila ng droga. At saan ang galing ang droga? Sa mga pulis din daw. Diba? Sa mga pulis din daw nila kinukuha ang droga, and they were so confident at the time na nagbenta ng droga because it is also coming from the police officers. Diba? Binibigay din daw sa kanila ng pulis para ibenta. Ito po yung nakakaloka. When the war on drugs happened, na maglilinis na, nalilinis na daw yung Antipolo, they decided not to leave kasi naman, feeling nila safe naman sila because they are being protected by the police. Pero ang nangyari, yun, tsugi ang asawa, tumba. Diba? Bigla na lang daw dinampot sa bahay, sabi inilipat lang, and then yung next nakita niya ng asawa niya, nasa morgue na. Diba? Umamin pa, saan nanggaling yung droga? Sa mga polis. From 2015 to 2016 nangyari yun, before PRRD became president. So this is one of the few good things na nangyari nga during the PRRD administration. So if it was confirmed that they were selling, sana man lang yung asawa was given due process as well to defend himself. At hindi na lang biglang tinumba. Tinumba ng very same people ng mga police, siguro na nagsusupply ng droga sa kanila para ibenta. So ngayon, sinong nakinabang? At the expense of the life of that person na binibigyan sa supply ng mga pulis ng droga, edi yung mga pulis, and sila din, pinatay nila, extra money, extra people. Diba? The family is happy, Merry Christmas. Ganun ang drama ng ating mga kapulisan at that time. They were so powerful, they were so confident that they will not be indicted in crimes against humanity because PRRD gave them the go signal. And PRRD said, he clearly said that he will be responsible and be held accountable for all illegal activities that will ensue during his term, under his term, sa lahat ng kapulisan. Sa lahat ng kagaguhan ng kapulisan, sa lahat ng pang-aabuso ng kapulisan. Ito naman si Bato, nagsasalita na naman, pakinggan natin si Bato.
Stop the unlawful aggression of the offender. This may include an arrest, capture, surrender, or other acts to subdue the suspect. Wala mang nakalagay dito na kill.
Dance kill, wala daw nakalagay na.
Manual, Mr. Chair.
Nagota yung tangan ni Bato, wala naman daw nakalagay na.
Mahirap kung ang magbigay ng meaning, somebody from outside the PNP ang mag-interpret sa isang police term. It should be people from within the organization be given the chance to interpret this term accordingly, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
May we know when the PNP officially and formally defined the word neutralization? Because sa notes ko, mayroon -21, so it gives me the idea it's 2021.
Regardless, Mr. Chair.
Am I correct or not?
Yeah, this is 2021. Dahil nga sa
2021, okay.
dahil nga sa palaging
Yes.
minimisinterpret ng
Okay.
publiko yung term na neutralization, the PNP come up with the correct
But
meaning.
Is it a fact that in the command memorandum circular
Pero
number 16
alam mo, Senator Bato,
2016,
okay.
where the word neutralization
Alam mo, Senator Bato, yung neutralization na yan, regardless if it means a different thing to PNP, ang question there, ang pinakamalaking tanong doon is, how did you carry out, how did your police officers carry out the word neutralization? How did they carry out the word neutralize? Iba kasi ang concept, iba yung theory sa execution. Diba? The theory behind the term neutralization, as defined by by yourself, Senator Bato, is to remove the harm, diba? Or remove the threat. But then how do you remove the threat? How do you remove that harm? Diba? How will you do that without killing the person? Kasi yung pag-execute ng mga kapulisan natin, yung pag-execute ng ating police officers at the time, during your time when you were PNP chief, the way they executed the word neutralization was to kill people, regardless again if the word kill is not found. Yan sa definition yun ng neutralization. That's how they interpreted it, and that's how they carried out those orders. O, neutralize mo na yan, neutralize. And now you're trying to save yourself because of the word neutralization that does not mean kill according to you. So how do you want these police officers to understand the word neutralization? Because any one of us can actually understand the word neutralization in a way that you remove the threat, that you remove the harm, by actually getting rid of it. O, bakit may kinulong ba kayo? Wala ako kayo kinulong. Lahat naman pinatay, di ba? Everybody was killed. Everybody that you wanted neutralized was killed. Meron ba kayo na-neutralize na nakulong? May na-neutralize ba kayo according to your orders? Who was given due process? Who was heard by the laws of with the court? Wala, di ba? Everybody was just killed. Dead. Every day, dead people fills the news. Di ba?
A practical question would be, how do you come up with a list of persons that you need to neutralize? If you don't have the definition.
Maganda yung tanong ni Senator Villanueva.
I think
Paano nila,
it's a practical question, Your Honor.
paano nila na-come up yung lista?
take that up sa
Marco list.
I just want to put that on a...
Tuloy lang natin si
Yeah.
andito. Pero
Thank
hindi,
you.
may nasabi kasi si General Sinas na yun ang, sabi mo, yung interpretation na yun ang pinaabot mo sa baba. So, ibig sabihin, nag-issue ka ba ng mga circulars when you were Chief PNP? Na you interpreted neutralization?
Of course not!
How did you do it?
References with our...
Verbal?
Yes, sir, verbal po, sir.
Verbal! Taray!
Same question daw ni
Verbal
Senator.
lang.
Yes, sir. Honorable Chairman and other members of the Senate. Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. Sir, I was assigned as the officer in charge of the Philippine National Police from May 2022 up to August. So it's only 3 months, and that was the time of election. And from 2016 to 2018, I was just a mere directorate or staff of the directorates of intelligence and the CIDG. But as far as the neutralization word is concerned, as being discussed before during the height of the drug war, for me, sir, I would take it as a neutralization is a form of police operation. First, sir, is the voluntary surrender of the suspects of illegal drugs. That is one. And it could also be through the legal arrest of the suspects through bypass operation, through conduct of search warrants, and the other forms. It could also be through checkpoints. Kasi kung minsan, sir, may mga checkpoints dyan na makikita in possession, sir, yung illegal drugs ng mga suspects. And it could also be, the word neutralization could also be the meaning, the killing of the suspect. So yun, sir. So pero yung sinasabi siya na interpretation how we conduct operations sa baba, sir, nasasabihin na killing, parang medyo wala naman pong ganon. But it is only how to the people on the ground on how they interpret it as such.
Thank you. Okay, ganito.
Mr. Chair, may I respond?
Sige, just if possible, briefly lang, Attorney 𝐌𝐿𝐥𝐞, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Unang-una po, I think the comments that were made missed the point entirely. Kasi ang tanong talaga dito ay, bakit pa nilagay yon sa isang command circular? At may point out ko rin po, naalala ko rin na Senator Dela Rosa na mismong kayo po nung 2016 ay
Talk to me,
ginamit nyo din po ang
talk to
salitang
me,
neutralize.
Attorney 𝐿𝐥𝐸.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chair. But may I point out that Senator Dela Rosa in 2016 also used the term neutralize to refer to a bounty being raised to have him killed by supposed generals who were allied with the drug of those people involved.
Lagot ka ngayon, Bato. Litong-lito ka na din sa word na neutralization mo. Litong-lito ka na din sa word na neutralization mo. O si Bato pala, ginamit din yung word na
Order of
neutralization.
battle. Pero matagal na po yan na ba?
So ginamit din ni Bato pala ang word ng neutralization to say that at the time he was chief of PNP, ay ang neutralization ng definition niya ay gusto siyang ipapatay ng ibang generals. Ay, lagot kayo. Lagot ka ba to? Ngayon ka mag-ingay ba to?
Shall daw yun. But daw, hindi kami nakakuha ng kopya. Kami mismo ay nag-request sa PNP nung para sa kaso sa Supreme Court at binigyan po kami ng certified true copy na sinubmit po namin sa Supreme Court. Yan lang po, Your Honor.
May ba nag-call attention ko? You want to Senator Risa? Yeah.
Salamat kayo, Mr. Chair. A follow-up question, Attorney 𝐿𝐥𝐞. Attorney Chel, apart from semantics, may basis po ba sa karanasan na yung naging interpretasyon ng iba sa neutralize o negate ay pumatay?
Ayun nga po, yung naipakita kong mga slides kanina na mismong galing sa Police Santa Ana, Police Tondo, mismo kay Colonel Jovi Espenido, sa PIDEA Chief. Lahat po sila ginagamit nila yung salitang neutralize. At ang ibig sabihin ay kasama na doon yung pagpapatay.
Salamat.
Mag-ready ka muna,
Mr. Chair.
Colonel Espinido, tatanungin kita. Pero ito lang, para lang just educate this representation or the Committee General Gamboa. General Gamboa, ba't mo ba nasabi in the first place na top secret or secret ito na wag i-circulate itong command memorandum circular? Bakit? Why?
Sir, Mr. Chair, as I have said, the sanction goes to the government employee, not to the recipient.
No,
So-
but why? Why? Bakit limited
Because-
circulation ito? It was really designed for limited circulation?
No, sir. Meaning to say, the circulation is controlled. There are
Okay.
different classifications of the documents in the police. Like there's secret, there's top
Oh,
secret.
anong marka nito? There's no marking.
It's supposed to be confidential, sir. It is supposed to be a cover page. And down below should be stated confidential. But probably because
No.
the PNP already officially released it, that's why they removed it.
So there's something wrong kung may separate page andun ang confidential and yet sa document itself walang tatak na confidential. So if ever nakikinig ang PNP sa atin, if that is what you want to happen, tatakan nyo ng confidential yung dokumento mismo, wala na rito eh. There's no more trace that is confidential. Anyway, okay na po yun, just for my information. Colonel, ikaw ito sasabihin ko nga sa kanila, hindi ka naging PNP chief, pero talagang sa ground ka. You conduct police operations, etc. And I think you have an admission under oath that you interpreted the word neutralization as not naman siguro meaning to kill, but as including The possibility of killing? Ano, sige, just explain to us ano yung ibig nyo sabihin.
Good afternoon to.
Lagot, Colonel. Ano, ayusin mo sagot mo, Colonel.
Your Honor, ang pag-intindi, pag may neutralization, may report pagkatapos ng trabaho sa status. So, neutralized, then the remarks is nahuli or namatay. Not totally sa interpretation namin na nakalagay diyan neutralization, patayin. Magtrabaho lang to stop anything as long as illegal. So sa remarks, so nakalagay na doon ang specification. Nahuli, nandoon, final sa court ang complaint at saka namatay, Your Honor. Kami ang mag-implementor kasi sila yung mga officer kaharap ko ngayon. Sila ang taga-gawa ng circular. Pero the truth is, ako number one ang nag-implement. Paano i-implement ang neutralization? Hindi nakapokus sa neutralization, kundi nakapokus kung sino ang target na illegal na hulihin ba or mamatay kasi yun na, may firefighting na ang nangyari. But not totally na nakalagay sa isip namin as non-commissioned officer na nasa field, nasa ground na yun patayin kasi neutralization, Your Honor, Mr. Chair. Kasi kami ang magharap sa korte kung sakali sundin. Maski hindi nalaban, patayin lang kasi neutralization, no. Kaya sinabi ko sa Quadcom Committee, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, na pwede. Sa lahat pwede. Possibility. As long as real trabaho, kung ano talaga yon ang harapin mo, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Sige, Senator Bato, Dela
matanong ko
Rosa,
na
will
si-
clarify
Pasok ba to?
the
Pasok
situation.
ulit.
Meron
Gulo
kasi
ka kasi.
sinabi, Colonel Spiro, na pwede. Pwede. Ano mo ibig mo sabihin doon sa pwede? Na pwedeng mamatay?
Lahat may possibility, Mr. Chair, Your Honor, kasi sa situation na nandyan, mangdaming experience ko for my 28 years.
Yeah, pwede
No.
mamatay kung ano?
Kung lumaban,
Oh, yun.
example-
Laruin mo. Laruin mo kasi you are living space of doubt eh. Na pwede. Pwede pala, pwede.
pwede sa lahat.
Pwede kung
Yes, kung lumaban.
lumaban.
Yun ang
Yun
sinabi
naman
ko,
pala eh.
Mr. Chair.
Sige, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Salamat.
Mr. Chair.
Colonel, ganito, okay. Kunyari, hindi neutralization yung word na ginamit. Arrest, o ano. Pag lumaban,
Ganun pa rin.
ending. tama?
Mr. Chair, ganun pa rin.
So, okay, Senator Risa, you want?
Salamat kay Mr. Chair.
Dito yung pumapasok to. Kasi everything that they said at the time of the killings in the PRRD General Narrative Administration, everybody that they killed, sinabi nila ng laban. Sinabi nilang lumaban. Di ba? Because if you neutralize someone, or if you go by the semantic discussion, if that is your definition of neutralization, to include also killing, o sige, pagbigyan natin to include killing, arrest, or legal apprehension of the subject, then pwede din sabihin ng police because it includes killing also, it's included in the possibility na lumaban. Pero ang pakay talaga nila is to kill because, again, they will be driven by the reward money. They will be pushed to kill the subject because there's a bigger reward for that. Yung neutralization now is being interpreted by these police officers in such a way that the neutralization activity they're carrying out to pursue their subject is their opportunity to earn money. It's their opportunity to get something out of it. Diba? Isa na itong oportunidad para sa kanila ang neutralization na to. Regardless of whatever circular or whatever memorandum released that defines the term neutralization. So, kung hindi man talaga to kill ang kanilang balak, but then, if they do not kill, wala, mababa lang, di ba? If they just do legal arrest, reimburse lang, di ba, ang kanilang operational expenses. It will just be reimbursed. But if they kill, they get rewarded. Tama ako? Tama, di ba? Ganun yun eh. So, may subject ka na ipaperso mo. Neutralization mo daw, neutralize na. Bibigyan ka for example, 100,000 pagpatay, bigyan ka 10,000 reimbursement kapag buhay at inaresto lang. Ano pipiliin mo? Di ba? Oh, di ba? Oh, ito na si Father. Si Father, he is the head of Project Pagilong who takes care of 300 plus families na naging biktima ng EJK. So, lahat po to pinatay. Wala po tayo nakitang inaresto, nahuli. There is no such thing during the Duterte administration. Ang naririnig lang natin, ang nakikita natin, ang na-witness natin lahat during this time is yung sunod-sunod na patayan.
How was it to be an opponent of the war on drugs during its peak? Anong klaseng mga hamon ang hinaharap ng mga human rights advocates? Kasama na po yung galing sa legal community.
Ako po ay naging, sabihin na lang natin, biktima ng isang late night speech ng dating Pangulo na paulit-ulit niya akong personal na nilalait at I found it very offensive because it had nothing to do with the work I was doing. But of course, Pangulo po siya. Gusto niya magsalita ng ganun. Hindi ko siya mapipigilan. Aside from that, there were definitely dangers involved in assisting victims of the EJ case. Wala naman pong mga direct threats, pero minsan ay napapansin namin na mayroong mga lumilipot-lipot at lalong-lalo na pag kinakausap namin ang mga testigo at biktima ng EJK survivors ay very security conscious kami dahil alam namin yung dangers nun. Naalala ko rin, Senator Risa, yung sa kaso nila Kian, na yung mga witnesses po ay nandun sa kay Bishop Ambo at may pagtatangka na kunin sila ng pulis. Mabuti na lang may mga media na andon at nung naibalita na may ganun nga, ay hindi na tinuloy.
Salamat, Attorney 𝐿𝐥𝐞. Salamat ka, Mr. Chair. And I believe, speaking of dangers, we also have here today as resource persons former Senator Laila De Lima and former Mayor Jed Mabilog. Perhaps at the proper time,
Okay.
Mr. Chair, we could also hear them. Salamat ka, Mr. Chair.
I'll give them time na, Mayor Mabilog and Laila, if they want to give some opening statement. But after this question of mine to Colonel Espinido. Colonel, isa pa, one question. Sa ilang years ka sa police?
28, Your Honor, Mr.
Grabe
Chair.
yung mga operations mo, high profile, di ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Paparuhinog, ikaw?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yung early morning raid sa bahay?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ilang patay doon?
Ang patay,
Ilang?
simultaneous yun sa area sa 6 search warrant, 16,
16.
Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
Okay, basta operative yan, general, mga operative. Okay. Sa entire 28 years career mo sa police, ikaw ba'y nakatanggap ng instruction, whether in writing or sa pananalita, na ginamit ang word na neutralization bilang code na patayin mo?
Sa pagtanda ko, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, wala akong specific na sabihan na i-neutralize. Huli ay yung arrest, marami.
Kaya nga, okay. So, ikaw ba'y nasabihan na arrest pero code word yun na patayin mo?
Hindi,
Hindi.
Mr. Chair.
Ikaw ba'y nagamitan ng ibang word na code word sa napatayin mo?
Wala. May isa, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, yung trabahoin.
Okay.
Patrabaho yung ganon. Pero
Anong basa mo, anong intindi mo dun sa trabahuin mo?
the result din, Mr. Chair, hulihin, yun lang talaga palagi ang...
Pero anong ending ng specific na trinabaho mo? Napatay o nahuli?
Nahuli. Nahuli yun,
Nahuli?
Mr. Chair. Nahuli.
Maalala mo pa pangalan, sino yung subject matter nung trabahuin mo na nahuli, ang ending ay nahuli din?
Mayor ng Gandara, Samar, Mr. Chair, with the person of Mayor Cabuños at saka may 4 niya na security na police na warranted.
Anong year yun? More or less?
2011, 2010, 11, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
Yung pagtatanong ko sa iyo, yung credibility questions na po ito kasi
Yes.
hindi naman, drug war ba yan? Hindi.
Hindi.
Yes. Okay, just to test yung credibility po. Apo. Senator Bato? Yes.
Are we commencing questioning Colonel Espinedo, Mr. Chair?
Sana ng time lang kung may opening statement si Mayor Mabilog at saka si Senator Laila de Lima, and then after their opening statements, kung meron man, hindi ko kayo pipilitin, then we now open the questioning. But we will follow the order. May order tayo, tapos magti 10 minutes.
Napaka-boring. Napaka-boring ng eksena dito sa Senado. Nakakaloka. This is not how we are actually expecting this investigation to happen. As a matter of fact, this is not what we are expecting. The Senate investigation will really push through. Diba? This is not something na inasahan natin gagawin nila na nakaupo doon si Senator Bato at si Senator Bongo, who are both implicated in the war on drugs. Diba? Sa extrajudicial killings na nangyayari. And you have witnesses like 𝐌𝐨𝐿𝐥𝐞, Laila de Lima, sitting there. Kaya dito talaga sa Quadcom, iba ang happiness ko. Pag Quadcom talaga gumawa ng hearing, iba talaga ang pagpapatakbo nito ng ating mga congressman doon sa Quadcom, how they do their investigation. Talagang napipin down nila ang truth without paligoy-ligoy. How many minutes or pang isang oras nila pinag-aawayan dito yung word na neutralization, no? Neutralization here, neutralization there, puros neutralization. Nakakaloka. And that's the gist of their discussion. Na ang dali-dali naman i-interpret niya ng any police officers na ang word ng neutralization is to actually kill somebody. Diba? Because of course, you would interpret it that way, you would carry it out that way, yung order yun, because you are earning something from it. Kumikita ka, may reward money. At yun yung dapat maintindihan nila Senator Bato de la Rosa, because of that reward money that they're giving out, because of that reward money that they promised these police officers na matatanggap. Diba? Ay di talagang sisigpayin na lang. Tutumba na lang. Diba? Kung sa Congress to, for sure, yun yung babanggitin nila. Eh paano pa yung neutralization na hulihin na legal arrest? Kung mas mababa, i-reimburse lang yung operational expenses. Eh kung may killings, more than just reimbursing the operational expenses, may rewards pa, may reward money pa. Kung how much, hindi ko alam. Pakinggan natin si Senator de Lima.
Sa House of Representatives Quadcom hearings that
Diba?
yun din
Quadcom pa rin
ang
yung reference.
ginawang modelo ng war on drugs starting 2016. I was hoping that Colonel Garma and the others who already testified there at the Quadcom hearings, including also Kerwin Espinosa, would be here so that, our discussions, our presentations would be in sync with each other, or that we listen to them again, and then I will respond to them. Now, I responded to the crisis that we faced starting in 2016, as I said, by filing the resolution and by delivering a privileged speech. Ang problema, hindi ko po yun natuloy. Yung aking pag-imbestiga noong mga nangyayaring patayan early on dun sa nung naging Pangulo si Rodrigo Duterte. Malungkot po ako, or actually I have mixed feelings now. People have been asking me, how do you feel that you're again appearing before the Senate for the first time? I'm setting foot in the premises of the Senate. Ang sabi ko, mixed feelings dahil sana nga noon pa hindi na natin hinintay yung libo-libong mga pinatay. Pero nagagalak naman ako that I think we have the right environment now. Sana po marami pa ang lumantad para magsabi pa kung ano talaga ang tunay.
Naiinita ako dito kay Delima kasi ang dami dito kagaguhan nung panahon ni Pinoy. Sa totoo lang ha, let's not forget. Munyango din to eh. Mamaya bumalik na naman to at pahamak din si PBBM. You remember how she hated the Marcoses? Remember how she really hated the Marcoses? During election days, during election time, kung gaano siya kagalit sa mga Marcoses, kung anong pambababoy mga salita ang binitawan niya to describe the Marcoses. So medyo wala akong tiwala dito. I think she was just given this platform para ipaglaban or ipagtanggol ang kanyang sarili. Pero during Pinoy's time, remember, ang dami din niyang kagaguhan.
Insider na makakapagpatunay sa atin na yung Project Double Barrel is the very program that was used in eliminating and in killing drug suspects. Because malinaw sa mga naging pronouncements ng dating mayor, ng dating pangulo, na yan ang pinaka-polisiya na niya in addressing the drug problem. Nasabi na ho kanina, yung mga examples, at marami pa ho yun, I have a whole collection of his statements, which really categorically show very clearly, manifestly, that he was inducing, encouraging the killings. And it cannot just be purely rhetoric. Kasi sinunod yung mga binanggit niya. Sinunod yung kanyang mga sinasabi na
Alam nyo, to be fair ha, to be fair, the war on drugs of President Duterte, sabi ko nga sa inyo, maganda din naman talaga ang naging impact niya sa bansa natin. Diba? Maganda naman talaga. There were people na nagbago, there were people who really changed because they were so scared for their lives. They changed simply because it was the time for them to rethink about their decisions in life. Baka sa isang iglap mawala sila. Nasa isang iglap, hindi sila makakalaban after being involved in the illegal drug trade. After being a user, di ba? May natakot naman talaga at nag-iba naman talaga ang seguridad ng ating mga kalsada during the time of PRRD. But we cannot also disregard the fact that there were also abusive police officers. Those who really put so much power in their hands that they became God, deciding on who to live and who to die. But majority, of course, died because they wanted the money. Diba? They wanted the money, so ayun, diretso sila, diretso sa pagpatay. But even their conscience was not anymore an issue for them because they really thought that they were doing the right thing. And because they're doing the right thing, they will be rewarded. Diba? We don't anymore need the statements of Hyla de Lima. Here, napaka-boring nito. Isa din tong gago during the Pinoy administration. I don't think she has the credibility to become witness. Diba? Oh. We don't need to go back anymore to the time of Pinoy. But then, also, during the time of PRRD, ang dami niya ding lumabas na bako, na kalokohan. And during election times, sobrang galit na galit siya kay BBM, sobrang galit na galit siya kay Bongbong Marcos. What I want to hear now is how they came up with the list. With the narco list. Paano nila ginawa yun? Paano nila sinulatan yung, how did they add names there? And more than anything, what made them decide to remove names there? Kasi meron akong kilala dito, high-profile target sa amin, actually, tito ko siya. Siya siyang high-profile target, but to the point na dumating pa dito si PRRD sa amin and actually talk to the family. Kinausap ang pamilya mismo ni Digong kung anong nangyari, ganito, ganon. And kitang-kita ng pamilya niya because pinalabas siya ng bansa pinapunta siya sa Amerika just to save himself kasi in-ambush na sila. So pumunta si Digong, kinausap yung pamilya and after a few questions, after the interviews, pinakita lahat, binuksan nila lahat ng kanilang bank accounts and everything in front of PRRD. Nagbura nga daw si PRRD, sabi ni PRRD, kung huwag nyo na akong ipahiya ulit. Diba? Their name is cleared, sabi pa ni PRRD. Remove them from the list. They're not part of the illegal drug trade. Ang galing nyo yan. Sino dyan? Sino naglagay ng pangalan nila dyan? May ganun pa. And we just, you just kept mum about it. Kasi nga, at that time, hindi ka naman powerful. Well, sila yung presidente. Siyempre, hindi mo makakwento yun. Hindi mo din naman sisiwalat yun sa publiko at that time. Kasi mamaya, talagang balikan ka. Di ba nakakatakot? But there were police officers who manipulated that list. They wanted to put names there of those who are kalaban sa politika, names na pinagtripan lang nila, names na gusto nilang i-export. O diba? I will remove your name from the list. Basta magbayad ka. Magkano ang pagpapabura ng pangalan sa listahan? Even some of my friends who know high-profile people who are secretly involved in the drug trade, na ginagawa nyo pa ngayong mga idolo nyo. Ginagawa nyo pa ngayong mga inspiration nyo for their success stories. Ang hindi nyo alam, ang success story nila involves drugs. Hindi nyo alam yun. Siyempre, nagbayad din sila to remove their name from the list. Nagbayad sila. And they talk about it na nagbayad sila, parang wala lang sa kanila. Nagbayad ako, wala na doon sa ipna ako, tinakot na pangalan. Nagbayad ako, naglagay ako 20 million, 30 million. Paano yung gano'n? Diba? So this is really a serious case that we're trying to build. And the Senate is not equipped to do this. They're not equipped at all to do the investigation. This is what will happen when you put Bato, Dela, Rosa there and Bongo. Because they will have now the power to rebut and twist and manipulate the story as it happens. Diba? Sabi ni Shane Patrice, naging kalakaran na para matanggal. Sila Bato niya nakakaalam kasi ang Pangulo naman din niya lahat ng study. Yes, of course. Sino ba na mga mas nakakaalam nito? Of course, it's those who are implementing it. It's those who are responsible in providing or releasing the reward money. Ang presidente talaga lagi, guys, sobrang busy niya. They have other matters to attend to. They have other bigger problems that they have to address. Lalo na ekonomiya natin, how our country will run on a day-to-day basis, how our country will be protected. Kumbaga, they have to work in order to serve their mandate. Pero, of course, these little things, for sure, nababalita dito kay PRRD. For sure, involved din si PRRD dito. Diba? For sure, alam niya din ang mga nangyayari sa kapulisan, lalo na at mga tauhan niya to. And now, if he really wants to be held accountable, as he said dito sa opening speech niya, kasi siya daw talaga bahala sa lahat ng pulis, ngayon, naisiwalat niya na kung ano ba talaga ang naging interpretation, naging mapang-abuso yung mga pulis at that time. Meron din maraming naparusahan nun. And now, I think dito tayo dapat mag-focus yung mga naparusahang abusadong pulis. At sila yung hanapin natin. Kasi marami pa yan sila. Sila yung hahanapin natin who really put matters into their hands. Dahil habol nila reward money. So, nakita nyo, patay lang naman ang patay. So, neutralization at that time, wala namang hinuli talagang buhay. Everybody died. Lumaban ng laban. O, diba? So that's really crazy. This hearing is crazy. Napakabait nila magtanong, napakabait ng mga they're not as aggressive as the Quadcom sa pagdinig ng kaso nito, sa pagdinig ng extrajudicial killings that happened during the time of PRRD. And now they're bringing in witnesses who are not even credible enough to be witnesses. Diba? May mga credible witnesses dito, but of course, yung mga witnesses nila din na was part of PNP, of course, they will also save themselves. Tinawag nila yung mga involved sa extrajudicial killing, yung mga officials ng kapulisan natin at that time. Diba? Yung mga official natin at that time na involved sa extrajudicial killings, yun yung ginawa nilang witness. And they're expecting really these police officers to just, say things that will put the institution at risk, that will damage the credibility of the PNP? Syempre hindi. Of course not. So why don't you put there people who are already retired or people who resigned kasi hindi kinaya na konsensya nila ang mga pinapagawa sa kanila. Pinilagay mo dyan si Espinido, nag-carry out ng operation sa mga paruhinog yan. 16 dead. Diba? Sa lower house, doon sa Congress, iba talaga sila mag-hearing doon because they have no reservations, they're not protecting anybody, and there's no one sitting in the committee that is also indicted in the crime against humanity sa extrajudicial killings during the time of PRRD. Diba? Ulit-ulitin natin yan. The war on drugs really did something good for the Philippines and it really helped a lot of families. But also, of course, we cannot discount the fact that during that time, there were also human rights abuses that transpired because of these abusive police officers who thought they were already powerful enough and they are protected by the President of the Philippines sa kanilang pag-carry out ng kanilang mga trabaho. And the way they carried this out, the order of neutralizing someone or a certain subject, the order of neutralization easily turned into killing simply because of the reward money that they were expecting to get. Diba? Magkano nga daw? I'm not sure kung magkano. I'm not sure kung nabulgar o magkano ba. Kasi there are different levels ng reward money depende daw sa pagka-high profile ng target. Depende kung gaano ka-high profile ang target. Yun yung award or yun yung amount of money that they will be receiving. And itong pinaka-nakakaloka, if they catch that person or their subject, if they happen to catch them at makasuhan, mapaakyatan ng kaso, ang gagawin lang is to reimburse their operational expenses and nothing more. O, diba? Can you imagine reimbursement of operational expenses versus receiving reward money in how much ever amount? E di siyempre, yung police, madali na yan mag-isip, ay, patayin ko na lang to, may pera pa ako. Anyway, pag pinatay ko naman to, hindi naman ako sisisihin. Papangalagaan at protektahan naman ako ng Pangulo. Kasi naman, part naman to ng order. Oh, kalain mo yun, nakapatay na nga ako, may reward pa ako. Eh di social, bongga! Diba? And now, itong Senate hearing na to, na parang joke time, we have Senator Bato Dela Rosa there, na parang, pwede bang magkaroon ng separate hearing kasi Senator Bato na lang magsalita. Kasi parang the more he talks, the more na nalulugmok siya, the more na napapahamak siya. Kasi siya mismo nalilito sa mga terms niya, nalilito siya sa mga operational procedures niya at the time when he was chief of PNP. Diba? Diba, Madam Shea? Walang kwenta. Ipokrito ng mga senador because they also have other, they have other interests. Diba? May mga iba-iba din silang interest, may mga iba-iba din silang gusto na ma-achieve or makuha out of this hearing. Add to that pa the fact na nandun si Bongo at si Bato de la Rosa. Bongo is quiet. Bongo is silent because syempre nga, diba, the more you speak, the more you make mistakes. But ito si Senator Bato, just like your VP Sara Duterte, na parang baliw, syempre you cannot control his emotions. Baka maya-maya lang, hindi naman ako sa manghuhula, pero baka mamaya-maya lang, umiyak-iyak din na yan dyan. As always. Diba? Tapos, maganda yan pag umiyak siya, mag-play yung maala-ala mo kaya. Dapat ganun yung mag-play dyan. Ang sumpa mo sa akin. Kasi napaka-drama ng Senator Bato without really addressing the issue. And now he's trying to manipulate the situation by making it appear like he's in coordination with everybody involved in various botched operations of the Philippine National Police in his time, where the extrajudicial killings happen. Diba? Ganda ng background ko because I'm in the province. Diba? I'm enjoying my provincial life. Buhay provinciana. Thank you, Miss Emma, in Japan. Waste of money, waste of time tong Senate inquiry na to. Sobra. Ibigay na lang to sa Quadcom. Doon na lang sa lower house. Masaya doon. Masaya sa Quadcom. It's something that we really enjoy watching because, you know, they're more credible there and they really know who to put sa witness stand. They really know who to contact, who to call to be a witness or to serve as a witness doon sa mga extrajudicial killings. And that's why PRRD, mas gusto niya dito sa Senate, it's already, kumbaga, it's a sign already that he wants to be here more than the Congress. Kasi dito, parang mas safe siya. Sa Congress, alam niya ang mangyayari. He already knows what's gonna happen. He already knows what will transpire when he attends the Quadcom hearing doon sa lower house. Hingit sila sa Quadcom. Alam nyo, yung Quadcom na yan, sumikat naman talaga kasi ang dami-daming nanonood. Diba? Madaming nanonood kasi talagang nakaka-enjoy naman panoorin. You'll get something out of it. You learn, every day you learn something new. May mga bagong expose every day. Whereas dito sa Senate hearing, parang 2 oras nilang pinag-awayan ang word na neutralization. Diba? Kasi iba-iba yung definition nila. But again, kung matalino ka nag-iisip ka, kahit paikot-ikutin ka dyan, the word neutralization may mean to include killing, to include legal arrest, to include this and that and whatever it includes. But it will always end up in killing because in killing, there is reward money. So automatically, kahit ano pang sabi mo dyan sa mga police, because they were also, kumbaga, handed down memorandum circulars defining verbally ha, wala palang memorandum circulars kasi verbal pala to sa kanilang mga conventions and conferences na yung neutralization doesn't necessarily means killing or to kill. So ngayon, parang, nilalaglag nyo ba yung mga tauhan nyo? Totoo ba? Bato, nilalaglag nyo? PRRD, nilalaglag mo mga police? Because you're allowing this war on semantics happen in the Senate hearing na baka nami-misinterpret lang kayo ng mga police at hindi naman talaga ang meaning nyo ng neutralization is to kill. So kasalanan na ngayon. Kasalanan na ng mga police officers nyo ngayon na ang pag-intindi nyo sa neutralization is to kill. So wala na kayong kasalanan. Hindi nyo na kasalanan. You don't have responsibility anymore over the killings because you were misinterpreted by your police officers. Ganun ba yon? Yung mga field operators nyo? Ganun ba yon? They misinterpreted yung word na neutralization? Kaya kasalanan nila, hindi nyo kasalanan. Wala kayo dyan, malinis kamay nyo because you really did not order to kill, you just ordered neutralization. Di ba mga gago? Oo, wala rin. May ina din si Pimentel, wala din sa ayos. Iba yung ano niyan, iba yung mga ano nila, iba yung target nila. They have a different I think they have a different target. Kung ano man ang gusto nila dyan. I think this is more of them. Pimentel is the Senate Minority Leader na part din ng, alam niyo, mga dilawat. And now Delima as a witness, 𝐿𝐥𝐞 is there. Alam niyo na kung anong gusto nilang nalala talaga. They don't want the truth. They just want to ang tawag dito, indict PRRD. Diba? They just want to do that. Yan lang gusto nila, makagante. They just want to indict PRRD of these extrajudicial killings. Kita mo yung statement ni Delima nga kanina, puros tungkol sa sarili at puros tungkol sa kanya. Diba? So this is a waste of time. Stop this. Let the Congress handle the investigation. Let the Quadcom do their work. Yung Quadcom po ang mas may karapatang gumawa niyan because none of them is involved in the extrajudicial killings na kaso na iniimbestigahan natin ngayon sa lower house, sa Quadcom. We do not need the Senate anymore because this is a waste of time, a waste of resources. The legislative branch of government is already doing their own investigation. And they are represented by our Congress, by the Quadcom. Bakit pa sasaling isa pang legislative o yung upper house, yung upper chamber, gumawa din ng sarili nilang investigasyon, lahat ng inaakusahan, lahat ng akusado nandyan. Si Bongo, andyan si Bato, Dela, Rosa. Diba? Their opening statements were an appeal to emotion. Ang ginagawa nila without even addressing the case or without even addressing the issue. What went wrong? What were their arguments? Wala. They just wanted people to share their sentiments, to sympathize with them because pinupush nila that there are also good things that happened during the war on drugs. And it is something that we're also not denying. We're not trying to discredit also the good things that happened during the PRRD administration's war on drugs. Because the program is so good that even our good president, President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., continued the war on drugs. What we do not like during the war on drugs was the abusive police officers who put power in their hands. They felt like they were above the law. As a matter of fact, they acted like God. Diba? They decided on their own whom to kill and who to not kill. But of course, majority, they killed talaga kasi nga, malaki ang reward, money. Malaki ang perang makukuha. Malaki ang bigayan. Yun yung katotohanan dyan. Diba? Of course, kung gano'n lang din naman, kung malaki ang pabuya, di sabihin na lang ng laban. Ng laban? Laban! Ganun lang kasi yung di ba? Ng laban, absuelto, walang kaso, walang administrative case filed against the police officers. And even at the time you file cases or you file a case against these police officers involving themselves in extrajudicial killings, of course, ma-absuelto sila because, again, they were given orders and they are protected by none other than the highest official of the land, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. But now, parang feeling ko nilalaglag sila Ay, iba naman yung interpretation yung word ng neutralization. Hindi naman yan yung meaning namin. Sabi namin, neutralization to include killing, to include legal arrest. Siyempre, pag naglaban, automatic killing, lahat ng laban, nakakaloka. Lahat ng suspects ng laban. Kumbaga, with all the police officers na napakarami, ang isang suspect ay talagang mag-e-effort na gumamit ng sumpak paminsan or baka gumamit ng handgun para lumaban. In cases of high-profile operations, of course, baka may sarili silang army, then pwede pa manlalaban talaga yan. But majority of the victims during PRRD's time were not high-profile, high-profile personalities. They were not big fishes, kumbaga, sa illegal drug trade. Lahat naman ang nabalitaan natin that went viral in the news, that we see every day on the news, lahat naman yun mga small fishes. May nakita ba kayong nahuling big fish? Wala. Wala naman. Yun yung imbestigahan ng Senado. Sino itong mga big fishes or is part of the list na binura at bakit sila binura? Magkano bang binayad? Para mabura yung pangalan nila dun sa listahan. That's what we want to find out. Dito sa Senate hearing sana, you focus on that. On the narco list. Para mahalata-hala sa publiko, sino ba nasa narco list? At sino ba, after a while, yung nawala sa narco list? Anong reason ba siya nawala? Talaga napatunayan hindi siya involved? Kung yung napatunayan hindi siya involved, bakit in the first place nandun siya? Sino yung nag-involve sa kanya? Or sino naglagay ng pangalan niya doon? Who makes the decision? Who calls the shot? Diba? Who calls the shot? For a name to be included in the narco list. Walang kwenta itong Senate hearing. Doon tayo sa Quadcom. Doon tayo sa Quadcom. Kaya ayokong panoorin Tapusin na natin itong live. Wala talagang kwenta. Di ba? I allowed you to listen to it. Wala kang makukuha. Wala kang juicy information na makuha. Lahat sila nag-away-away sa word ng neutralization. Pinapaikot-ikot tayo ng mga yan. Ginagawa tayong bobo. Huwag na yung ganyang Quadcom na lang. Sa Quadcom masaya pa kahit magpuya tayo lahat. Ang saya-saya panoorin kasi doon talaga lumalabas lahat ng baho ng previous administration. Lahat ng mga kagaguhan ng mga taong nakaupo, lahat ng mga pang-abuso ay lumalabas at makikilala natin. So anyway, guys, gagala na lang ako sa Bacolod na sisters ako sa Senate hearing na to. Magla-lunch na lang kami kasi birthday ngayon ni Baby Boy. Ewan ko saan kami magla-lunch. Saan ba tayo magla-lunch, B? Ha? Kahit saan daw. Kung saan man yung kahit saan, hanapin na lang namin. Ha? Oo. Kung meron kahit saan na kainan, itayo nyo na yun ngayon kasi lahat ng itatanong nyo sa mga kasamahan nyo, kahit saan, kahit ano, ano pa ba? Ang mga usual na sagot? Di ba yung mga kaibigan natin, parang mga senador din? Walang kwenta mga kasagutan. Anyway, I'll see you again later. Live tayo later pag natapos na itong hearing na to. Maybe there's something juicy naman na that will come out of this. Or maybe we'll just go back to the opening statements of Senator Bongo, Bato, Dela, Rosa, and of course, PRRD. Kasi yung kay Robin, hindi na ako natuwa sa opening statement niya. Parang nagsushooting siya ng pelikula, nakakalokang opening statement. Anyway, I'll see you later, everybody.